start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Proposition misinterpreted and generalizing the reality. For some people, they might be born with privileges, but to reach being a champion itself, they must invest with their hard work. All fields are very competitive, therefore simply being gifted is not enough. A person must go to the extent of doing an insane amount of work just to get into that field. Take Cristiano Ronaldo for example. He needs crazy amount of hard work just to get to where he is, and he is born without any privileges. He is poor, he comes from the slums, but he still came up to becoming the best player in the world. This teaches you that privileged people does not mean that they would instantly be successful. This means that with privilege, if it is not used correctly, then it will not matter at all. Now, even if some are privileged, they are consistently promoting hard work. Of course, in athletes or in champions, they have two types of interests. The first one is pragmatic interest, that is their selfish interest to maintain a good image, for example, or to have more fame, more validation, and etc. Now the second one is they have a benevolent interest, that is their good interest to try to genuinely answer people's question, to try to motivate others, to try and help others to becoming the best version possible. Now proposition side, they really generalize the interest of every single champion. They think that every single champion will act as some sort of higher being. They think they will all have pragmatic interest. They put forward themselves before other people. They only answer questions when it benefits them. They're always promoting hard work because they think if they say they are privileged, then people will backlash. In reality, a lot of people says, oh yeah, I am privileged, but I still do this a crazy amount of hard work just to get to where I am, and that is the truth. Now, moving on to my second rebuttal, that is, proposition said that champion will abuse power. Now this is simply not true, proven by Benjamin Mendy as a football player that has been called out for sexual assault, sexual harassment or sexual assault. Now these allegations were fake, but even if they were fake, this player still is not playing anymore, and their career is ruined. Now why? That is because he is held at a spotlight due to the glorification. Because of the glorification, the spotlight is always on them, and everyone, the media, is always watching what they are doing. And the second one is that they have multiple competitors. If they, for example, did something wrong, then they can be easily replaced by all of the other competitors that is just as good as them. Champions are not just one. There are a lot of champions in this world, a lot of champions in different fields that can simply just take over the role. Now thirdly is they are always seen in high pedals by their fans. They are always seen as being the best human that they possibly can. They always see the positive. So when they do something, the fans will definitely feel disappointed, and this will actually harm their reputation. And this means that a lot of athletes, a lot of champions will be very considerate of what they are doing. Now, moving on to my argument, why is glorification is actually justified? Glorification is actually justified, one, because of the sacrifice. Champion are someone who sacrifice their energy every day working on trying to perfect their craft. The insane amount of dedication that they have is only done for them to get to where they are. If proposition side want to make champions and loser on the same platform, then their sacrifice that they has done for years will not mean anything. And why the biggest difference between a champion and someone who just started out is the amount of dedication, amount of work that they have put into trying to master that field. So that's why we cannot take the glorification away, because we want these sacrifices to be acknowledged. Now, the second one is champions have invested time and they are willing to participate in a lot of different competition or just participating in that field itself. Now these people have spent most of their time day and night trying to be better. Some people even miss what's supposed to be the best year of their life just to be the best in that field. They also have the willingness to participate in that field in the first place. They join most competitions, they study a lot of times, just to get to where they are. So if they are the same level as a loser, then there is no point in using all of that time and to participate in trying to study more, in trying to participate in any other competition to gain experience, for there is no reason to do that whatsoever. Now, this is why glorification is important as well. The third one is glorification is not an appreciation because they won. It's an appreciation of how hard they work and all of the hard work that they put in. Champions has gone through a lot of different things. For example, poverty. A lot of them actually comes from the slums. A lot of them actually comes just from their hard work instead of actually privileges. This is why we want glorification to exist, to highlight that it's not just those who are privileged that can be better than everyone else. It is anyone that has the determination, has the grit to put in the work day in and day out. Now, the second argument is that it is a motivation for those who lose. If people are happy and satisfied when they lose, then they will never have the determination to be the best. Of course, they want to be the best, but the actual why is not strong enough to result in them being a champion. When those who see the champion on the podium, they will have a mixed feeling of sadness, of envious, and of motivation. And this is unstrong enough why to project themselves on going through the road of becoming a champion. No champion was born. They were all made from the determination, from all the things that they have done. This is why glorification is important. These people who lose need to see the amount of hard work that they have done, and this will project them into also working as hard as them. Now, the third one is actually glorification is very necessary because of the inspiration it gives. Now, role models only come from the spotlight that is made from glorification, right? So, and role model is very important because they give assistance to those who just get starting out. For example, if glorification never existed, spotlight never existed, and nobody knows who the winner is, then how would they look up to them? How would they know what they have done? They will all be lost, and so the champions will continue to be champions because all of them cannot be assisted. Now, the second one is they need experts, so there are a lot other experts. For example, researchers. If they continue to gatekeep what they have, then nobody can research or study what they have found. And also, this is for the fuel for their hard work, because a lot of them want to become the role models, like me, just like you. We all have our role models. And we are always, every single day, we think about how can we become just like them. And this could be a great amount of motivation for those who are still trying to be the best and to be just like them.